Hi and welcome. My name is Scott Lukas, and I teach anthropology and sociology at the college. And over the last year, I've been in a role here working on training efforts, and included in those efforts have been some focus on virtual education, even prior to moving to EVE in this era of COVID. So as a student out there who might be taking classes this summer or fall, I just want to give you some tips on how you can adapt to enhance virtual education. So I think you know by now that a lot of us are very familiar with having to adapt to COVID. We've changed our lives. We're familiar with social distancing. We are familiar with having to wear masks, maybe to not go out in public, to really focus on washing our hands more carefully than we did in the past. And we're also becoming more familiar with how this has affected our everyday lives, using video conferencing, talking to friends and family over a distance with virtual means. We're likely aware that this is going to impact us going into the future, so we're adapting in our lives and also in our educational plans. So as you can see here, we've moved to a virtual campus since COVID, and one of the things to mention about this is that prior to COVID, companies like Peloton that provided virtual opportunities to exercise have really shown us the power of how virtual technology can be used. So even prior to COVID, we were doing a lot of the things that I think we're getting better at now. If you go to the summer-fall schedule right now on ltcc.edu, you'll see some indication of hybrid classes, DE classes, and EVE classes. Just to give you a sense of what those are, an online class is a traditional online class that you've taken in the past that uses our Canvas Learning Management System, or LMS. A hybrid class might be some in-person classes that involve social distancing, maybe for like EMT or some of our 3D art classes. And then an EVE class, what I'll be talking about today, is a class that's taught virtually. There's lots of interaction, there's video for virtual learning, and there may be some set class hours such that you actually do learning in a real-time format. And as we talk about EVE, you might just ask, what should you expect from this new form of learning? I wanted to show you here our ceramics art instructor Brian Yering's studio and how sophisticated this is, teaching a ceramics class and doing this all virtually with PowerPoint and using Zoom. So it's actually pretty cool. Again, it might not be our first choice, but it's the choice we have now because we're trying to keep our doors open given what's happening with this global pandemic. So these are some of the elements you might expect as you work in your class in summer or fall. You might have virtual office hours with your faculty. That could be done through a chat board, through Zoom, through Canvas, and other apps. You might have a virtual lab if you're taking a science class or a nutrition class where there's hands-on learning. You will use this cool program called Labster. It allows you in real time to interact with chemicals and lab situations like you would if you were in an actual lab on campus. You also will have opportunities to connect with your counselors through what we call Cranium Cafe. We can also use that for some tutoring, as we'll talk about in a second. The virtual tutoring is available in two places. You could go to Cranium Cafe for tutoring, and you can also do it through your Canvas shell. And the cool thing about the Canvas shell is these tutors are available many hours out of the day, and they have to, in each of the disciplines, you just choose your class area. They have to have at least a bachelor's degree, so you're getting help from real experts in the various classes that you might be taking. We're also, of course, using what we call enhanced video opportunities for you to learn. So through Canvas and Canvas Studio, you might participate in a real-time class using our Zoom technology. You might take a video quiz. You might look at a practical tutorial that your faculty member has recorded for you, and many other examples. I think you're going to find the use of video to be pretty cool in your class. You might also be asked, say, in a math class to do a test or an exam, a quiz, over a virtual proctoring system called Proctoring. If that happens, you'll be notified of that by your instructor in your class. At any time, if you have a disability need, if you have a learning disability, if you have any kind of disability at all, reach out to the wonderful staff led by Kelly Greiner at the DRC on campus, and they can help you with some of those needs. All of our services we offer have captioning built in, so there really is a lot there for you, regardless of your needs if you have a disability or not. One of my tips, and I'll go into some tips now, is that you certainly should start to get familiar with the new technology. So learn Zoom, learn what Canvas has to offer, understand how to log on to Cranium Cafe. Once you get familiar with this technology, like any technology out there, I think you're going to be pretty comfortable with what you find in terms of the various apps and technology. The other thing I would say is to really focus on personalizing your learning. So certainly make your class meaningful. Reach out to your instructor, reach out to others on campus if you have challenges in your class. And you could almost think of this even as personalizing your workplace. This is from our Coyote Corner app. A student posted how she has personalized her home learning space. If you're doing more time Zooming at home and spending time at home, make your place comfortable. If you're drinking coffee or tea or whatever, have that available for your learning so you can enhance and be comfortable with your new virtual approach to campus. As always, we say get help if you need it. At any time, you could connect with us on campus, and I'll show you some of the resources and how to reach out to people. We even have this hotline student email. You could type in your name, email, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can to help you out. We're always concerned if you have a technology access need. If you need a calculator, a Chromebook, reach out to the library, reach out to the equity office. We're really there, able to help you with your learning needs and your technology needs. It could be access to technology like a hotspot, it could be a Chromebook computer, or it could be just not knowing how to access your Canvas LMS, your learning management system, or how to use Zoom. Reach out. There are people here to help, including our wonderful ambassadors through the college, through the Promise program, and the like. So please do connect with us. And just to show you how to do that, go to ltcc.edu, and you're going to see on the banner there this indication of the virtual campus. You could just click on that link right there for the virtual campus, and that will take you to all the resources. And really do reach out to us if you have concerns and if you need help. Another tip here is to really take some breaks. Go walk outside, enjoy the outdoors. Do something for yourself. Do something fun. Don't just get caught up in your learning or in your virtual work if you're doing that as well, because it really can start to drain you. Some people have experienced what's called Zoom fatigue, which is caused by spending too much time on the computer, spending too much time typing, or the eye strain involved in carefully paying attention to people in an online class using Zoom. So do take some time for yourself and take some breaks. It's super important that we do that. And so that's it today, here talking a little bit about what you might expect in terms of your enhanced virtual education and also giving you some tips. Again, please reach out if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. We're always very happy to help you out with any of your needs that might relate to working in this new enhanced virtual education environment. So good luck with your educational journey here at Lake Tahoe Community College.